to lease your land, or at least part of it, to put up transmission lines. Those are the wires needed to send the electricity to where it'll be consumed. A far-off place like, I don't know, Austin. Lisa Martin is Chief Operating Officer for Austin Energy, a power company owned and operated by the city.
One of the main parts of our portfolio that is carbon-free is solar and wind farms that are, far away from the core of Austin. And so we rely on transmission to bring that power. And over the recent years, we've seen extreme congestion in areas that we can't always control. And so we are looking forward to a lot of the transmission build-outs across Texas. We think that'll help the electrons flow in different ways.
And on top of that, Martin says upgrades and build-outs to Austin's own transmission infrastructure, along with more battery storage, should help ease that congestion. Because she says they've heard from their constituents in Austin, the company's customers, and as a result, Austin Energy is committed to supporting carbon-free wind and solar in order to wean off of coal and natural gas as soon as possible.
We are community driven. And so what the community values is very important to how we make our next decisions and what we do going forward.
Case in point, Austin Energy has developed a plan to be 100% carbon free by 2035.
And that's a pretty big target. It gets harder as you get closer and closer to the end. And so we're at about 65% right now. And with the load growth that you're talking about, we're hitting a lot of challenges.
Because the thing about energy production and consumption is that it doesn't operate in a closed loop. And that's the thing, right? It's hard to plan around a moving target. Just last week, ERCOT, the organization responsible for managing the state's power grid, forecast Texas's energy demands could quadruple by 2032. And even ERCOT itself has given that forecast a caveat. We don't truly know just how much our energy needs are going to rise. What we do know, the shift to renewable energy sources comes at a time of unprecedented electricity demand. As Willie himself might put it, it's a transition rolling out in phases and stages, changing the physical landscape and features of Texas. Definitely not scenes that any of us have seen here before. And these days, it's moving faster than anyone would have dared to imagine just a few short years ago. In Austin, I'm Andy Euler for the Texas Standard.
Support for Texas Standard comes from Texas CASA. For a child in foster care, small moments today can have a big impact tomorrow.
Grand morning. It's about 10:15 a.m. and I'm out running my morning errands. And right now, I went and got me something to eat real quick for lunch. And I went and got me some coffee, my morning mocha. I went and got that. And now I'm heading to Tractor and Supply, which is all the way down the street from where I live. So I'm heading there now. And as usual, I was listening to talk radio, and they're talking about solar energy, solar power plants, and what's going on right now and all that with the new administration in the White House and how that's affecting off-grid green energy. And that's what you just got through listening to. And I've arrived at Tractor and Supply Co. And what I'm going to do is, I didn't mean to break my conversation up, but we'll get back to that in a minute. I got to run in here and check on their 300-gallon troughs to see if they're on sale as usual. But back to what I was saying. listening to talk radio, talking about solar, green power generation, what's going on right now with the new White House administration, who is Trump is the president. Trump is against green energy. He's against it. And I'm for it. I'm all for green energy. That's why I drive an EV. I'm trying to get off being attached to the system. I'm trying to get it away from oil consumption as much as possible. But everything we do is made with oil. Even this car, even this Tesla is made with oil. Plastic is made with oil. Everything's made with oil. But I'm trying to get off using oil as far as power. I'm trying to go all green, because the reason why I'm going all green is that I have more control. Me having my EV car gives me way more control. Way more control. I'm not tied to the system with gas. You know, I'm not tied to these very high gas prices now because of the Iran war. That's still going on. That's still going on. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. They say it's open, but it's not open. There is a double embargo in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is shutting it down, Strait of Hormuz, and so is the United States is shutting the Strait of Hormuz down now also. The United States is stopping Iran ships from leaving the Strait of Hormuz. So the cost of oil has gone right back up again. I'm switching around with my conversation. I'm sorry about that. But it's going up. And right now, Trump has started another ceasefire. Until further notice, he's saying now. So this U.S.-Iran war is going to go on for a while. It's going to go for a while, people. And I said that. The reality is, this war is over oil. Yes, it is. It's over Iran's large production of sweet crude oil, which is the third largest producer in the whole world. Iran is. It's over oil. That's the reality. So it's going to go on for a while. So, and I've said this before, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. I've always said that. And I voted for Democrat president, and I've also voted for Republican presidents. I voted for Trump again. I voted for him again. So it's going to continue on. So they're talking about, in talk radio, they're talking about green energy, solar farms and all that, which I think is awesome. You know, I'm on the outside looking in. This is just my view. I see the whole picture, what's going on. They want you to stay, the capitalists of the world, the oil producers, people who sell gas, they want you to stay on vehicles that consume gas, because that keeps them in the money. That's how they control you. That's how they make the money off you. Me, myself, I got far away from that. That's why I bought an EV, and I will continue to buy EVs. My goal is to continue to buy EVs from now on. But that's a whole nother story. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and go in here and see if they have any sales on my 300-gallon tubs that I'm using for my sumps for my large aquaponic system. I need 2 300-gallon tubs, and I'm always coming in here. I come in here like once a week. They have sales, and see if they're on sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk in here, and we're gonna see if they have them on sale. We'll see. While y'all out here with me on my errand. Hello. You guys got military discount still?
We have what?
Military discount.
It's not a discount, it's extra points or rewards that you get. But
Oh,
we do
okay.
get military discount on 4th of July and on the Independence.
Oh, certain days, right?
Yeah, certain days.
Okay. All right. At least I know. Okay, they have military discount on certain days, they're saying now. Which is fine. So we're gonna walk back here while I'm doing my errand. And look at these tanks. See if they're on sale. And here they are. Wow, they are on sale. They are on sale, y'all. Look, I'm happy. They went from $2.99 down to $2.24. So I will be getting one of these most likely. I'm happy. Look at that, a huge sale. And this is why I come once a week. The reason why I'm getting one of these 300-gallon tanks, because two of my larger grow beds are very large, and I need a bigger sump. So from $2.99 to $224.99. So I will be getting one of these. Now I have to go back and ask her, how long will this sale last? How long will it last? So I'm happy. This is why I always take my time and I wait for everything to go on sale. $224.99 versus almost $300. That's a nice sale. I saved $75. I saved $75 now. So I'll come back and get one of these. So until next time, grow some food your way. I'm happy. I'm happy. This has been a good errand this morning, so I'll come back and get one of these most likely. It's not going to get any cheaper than this. This is why I run errands. This is why I always take my time and I look for stuff on sale. Until next time, grow some food your way.